Let's do it.
We're live. Is my hair okay?
What is this, a fashion show?
Yeah, I didn't have my personal assistant pamper me. Get my hair done.
You didn't have your you don't have your little haters love me hat on either.
I got it. I just don't have it on.
So Ajax over here is whacking freaking mice at 120 yards. Oh god. See, I'm supposed to be on a mission to kill this skunk and muskrat, but here I am shooting little golf ball sized targets at 120 yards. Which to me, yeah, that sounds better to shoot little golf ball sized paper thin targets. Because then again, we all know that shooting playing cards is not a real object.
Yeah. On edge because they're 2.5 by 3.5 width.
Yeah, but when you go out there and you whack an animal out there at 100 yards, you know, it's like, okay, sure.
What's going on, everybody? We got some people watching.
Oh boy.
Let's see here. So if you guys don't know, I got Tyler from Air Guns Extreme on with me tonight. We decided to get on for a little bit. Not too long because he's actually got called in for work last minute, actually. Gotta love it. But not much. Just wanted to see what everybody's up to. I know not everybody comments on the videos. I know a lot of you come and watch these live streams, chat and everything with us. So I appreciate it. We both appreciate it. We both love talking about air guns and whatever else, basically life. I talk to Tyler almost every day, if not every day, literally. And then we're always finding out new stuff about air guns that just hasn't been told or hasn't been heard of in a long time.
Yep.
Mike's on here.
Oh boy.
Yep, not much going on. I hope you guys been liking the daily uploads. I've been trying to challenge myself, as I said last time, because I usually post a video once a day, no matter where it's at, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or wherever. But luckily, my main focus right now is YouTube, and really my main focus is STKO, because I'm trying something out. I'm trying to upload a video every day for 1 month and see if it changes anything for me on YouTube.
Yeah, it seems like it's going pretty good though.
Yep, people are liking it, getting a lot of feedback, getting a lot of comments, getting a lot of suggestions and all that, which I think probably wouldn't have happened if I just did the videos like whatever, it's like, here you go.
Yeah, I think that's what it is these days.
Yeah, appreciate you guys hitting the like button. But other than that, just been staying busy, of course, doing the day job and then coming home doing videos, trying to do at least one video a day or record two, sometimes two, depending on how it is, if it works out, if it pans out. The weather around here has been tricking us. Central Indiana and up in Michigan, Tyler and I are only 6 hours apart. but we have pretty much the same weather pattern, just a few degrees off here and there. And the weather has been crazy here. If you've been watching my recent videos, it's been extremely cold. Today has been one of the coldest days in like a month or so. It was 25 degrees today, and I actually did a couple videos because I had to do something, which was kind of weird. I set out to do one video and it didn't pan out the way I wanted, and I turned it into something else. But 25 degrees today, it was cold. And then 2 weeks ago, not even joking, it was 70 degrees for us. You see me wearing some short sleeve shirts and everything, but not now. But anyway, let's get to the chat here while we're on. Have I shot slugs out of my Avenger and how to handle them? The 22 seemed to be okay. It seems to like the lower grain slugs from every brand, like H&N's, like 23 or 21 grain 217s, or NSA's 216.5s or 217s. Don't you shoot the 17.5 grain, Tyler?
Yeah.
17.5 grain. The problem with the 22 is the bore is so tight. I don't know exactly what gun what caliber you're talking about, but the 22, the bore is so tight. If you get too long of a slug, it won't go off in the barrel. It'll get stuck in the barrel.
Yep.
But 25 I've never had a problem with 25 caliber slugs. They shoot them all right. 34 grain. Oh, okay, 25. Yeah, 25. I shoot the sample pack that I bought back last year. The 34 grain 250 were one of the best slugs I've ever shot. Didn't you shoot the NSA 34s or 36s? One of them.
38 grain and then 36. What was it? The H&N that dropped the Fox out there at 100? Yeah, I think it was H&N.
34 grain 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, 35 grain 250. Let's see. Watching all your videos. Appreciate it, Mike. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm definitely had to do some change up, and instead of just uploading here and there and whenever, and I feel like I just uploading when the algorithm tells you to, like YouTube will give you a set day or tells you a set time that you have to upload. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. If I enjoy doing this, I'm going to do it every day.
Yep.
What's going on, John from Massachusetts? Or what is that? Texas. Have I ever heard of a harmonic tuner? Yes. A lot of people don't know about me that I've actually have experience with tuners, and I actually can tune barrels myself, whether it's with weight at the end of the muzzle or doing it by just using, say, for instance, like an air gun. I could do it by just the valve and the hammer. There's a couple ways you could tune guns, and I was thinking about doing a video showing that, but I haven't figured out a way that I want to tell you guys how the easiest way of doing it. That's the thing. It's not hard to explain, but it's hard to make it understandable. Let's see. What's going on, JB? Yep, I hear you. I used to be like that. I used to be a tinker, Mr. Octopus, where I'd go balls out on whatever I had and try to update it and this and that. And I think that was a spell that I had years ago in my teenage years, but I'm not so much like that anymore. don't get me wrong, people put a lot of time and effort in their own personal guns. I just haven't, and I think my thing was when I first started the channel was that I wanted to keep my guns factory so people can expect or see what they can get if they left the gun alone, you know, like out of the box what they can expect, instead of, you know, like all the mods out right now for all these air guns where you could do a bottle conversion, you know, all the carbon fiber 3D printed, all this stuff, which is fine and great. Not saying it's not, but, you know, I just try to keep my guns factory so people can see what at least they're getting out of the box and, you know, all that good stuff. Let's see. Central Massachusetts. Yep. It's been windy as heck. Yeah. So a lot of you guys, I'm not saying you guys, but a lot of people for some odd reason think it's funny or cute that they say that my house or my garage blocks the wind. I'm sorry. There is no blockage here at my house when I'm shooting. You can clearly see it in the camera that my target is swaying. Like you guys seen videos where I'm shooting cards that are swaying back and forth at 100 yards and at 50 yards, where the whole target holding the cards was swaying and I still hit the cards.
Yeah, when I come down there in August, it'll be a curiosity for me to see. But yeah, I know you're right about that. It'll be a second point for your subscribers and viewers to say, hey, you ain't kidding.
Yeah. Let's see. Have I ever taken off a moderator that was put on with super Loctite? Not sure. I think the Diana Storm Rider Gen 2 I think it had Loctite on it. But I did take it off because I had to check it and everything because it was clipping. So I drilled the end cap out, or the end of the moderator out a little bit to open it up. Yo, let's see. There you go. Hey, as long as you're in love with the gun you got, that's all that matters. When you tune your Avenger, do you set the hammer spring adjust all the way in then back it out? No, I back my hammer spring all the way out to the least tension and then start turning it in, because if you back it all the way out counterclockwise, that's the least power. Then you turn it in. So like you hear me say in my videos, I have my hammer spring 2 turns in. So what I do is I back it all the way out till it can't come out anymore, and then I'll turn it in 2 turns. Because if you had it all the way in and you backed off 2 turns, you'd be 4 turns in from backed all the way out, which is like one of the most powerful levels of the gun, because if you go 5 or 6 turns in, you're wasting air and you're not going to gain any velocity past 4 turns.
Yep.
Lucky for you. Yeah, Savage 64 is definitely an oddball rifle. Will I be shooting an NRL versus X-String or Bruce? Not right now. I just don't have time for it right now, and I was going to go to Pyramid Air, but they canceled it. So my more focus right now is putting out videos every day, and it's not that I can or won't ever, but like I told them, I'm taking on the air gun community right now. So and plus they got a lot of people mad at them for starting that crap on my videos. That's what they don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of people mad at them for starting that. So I'll leave it at that because it's pretty funny.
Yeah, they got the balls to.
Yeah, especially after 2 response videos, they ain't gonna say nothing.
Yep. That's the thing.
I have a hard time hearing you in your videos because of the wind. Yeah, sorry about that. I usually try to use my mic, but here recently my mic decided to cut out on me. And most of the time I wear it, but half the time, I kid you guys not, I'll record portion of the video and it doesn't record any sound at all. So I have to redo the clip of what I was saying the whole time. And, you know, it sucks. And I think it's the camera that I use, the smartphone. The head jack port's going bad in it. Because it does the same thing when I use my chronograph from Caldwell. You got a Sumatra rifle. Can it be boosted with the 230 grain slugs at over 1,400 feet per second? Sorry. Probably not. That would take a lot of barrel length probably, and a lot of pressure and a lot of volume to do that. J, all you STKO. What's going on, Anthony? Sorry, I skipped one. James Piccone. I have a Winchester 1100. Bought it last year. It's been great. It's just really big for what it is. Yep. I think that's a shotgun, right? Winchester 1100.
I think so.
No, I wonder if that's the Winchester's break barrel. I've never really messed with those guns.
I know Winchester did make a break barrel. I'm thinking Remington 1100. That's a shotgun, not Winchester.
No.
It's probably an air gun then.
I like using the destroyer rounds. I just picked up some camo Starfires just to see how they group. Sound like Ajax. Have you ever just did a basic tune versus a full out tune with drilled out ports charger? No, I've never messed with the guns like that. I never modified them, anything like that. I recently got into 22s and pellet guns. I normally shoot 9.7. I purchased Savage 64 and Phoenix Arms. Yep. Definitely some fun guns to shoot. How do you think you would fare against X-String or Pursuit of Accuracy if I shot NRL 22? Honest answer, I don't know, but I know I could probably keep up with them. If I ever got shooting in the 22 LR, I would definitely be up on the top 5. I'll leave it at that.
You definitely beat the Pursuit of Accuracy guy.
I don't know. I ain't worried about it really. I don't really care because.
Yeah. I'm not going to get down to that, but yeah, we know.
Yeah, we already know. That's the thing. When you actually know, you know.
Yeah. We're not going to step that.
I mean, heck, they don't know this either, that some of these guys haven't been subscribed to the channel long enough that's all I used to shoot. I was knocking bottle caps off at 100 yards, hitting playing cards back to back, getting quarter-inch groups at 100 yards, and they want to talk about 22s? Shoot, they don't even know.
Yep.
They see this stuff being done with air guns. I used to do that with rimfire.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's what I thought. It's the break open. That's it. That's what I thought it was. Winchester 1100. That's that 177 break barrel.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because I know Remington, they have 1100, but it's a semi-automatic shotgun. That's what I kind of figured. It had to have been an air gun. I've never shot a Winchester gun. Air gun, at least.
Going to be getting together in another air gun this summer. I got.
It's literally snowing here.
That's awesome. He's gonna go. Sniper X is gonna go all the way up to Canada, Mike. To have. Are you coming down here to do a video with him?
I know. Me and you need to get with Mike to like just spend maybe a day or two with him to have him come here and shoot the American guns. You know, like
Yep.
not even against him, but just to have him be able to shoot some of the guns we have here.
Yep. Definitely should do a tuning video. Also, have you used a barrel resonator at all? I don't know how long have you listened, but I used to mess with that stuff years ago. And I really don't do it anymore. You can add weight to the barrel if you find where it dips and where the highs and low spots are. I got the calculations to do it, but I've also found an easier way to do it. If you shoot the right ammunition to begin with, or if you tune it just the right way in an air gun, you really don't have to do anything else. Like you see all these extra barrel tuners out there right now. It's a hit or miss, really.
Yep.
Because the projectile has to match the rifling for one to even be remotely close to being shooting really well. I mean, yeah, you could shoot any caliber pellet in the same caliber, but if you really want it to shoot really good, you have to start off with the pellet that it likes to begin with, and then you can tune it in a little bit better. But what I found is, and I got this video in the works that you guys have seen it too, with it being so cold this past winter and shooting from summertime, springtime, fall time, wintertime, all that stuff, it really plays effect when you're shooting pellets. So I got a video in the works for that. It's pretty interesting. And I don't have a set velocity. I know a lot of people say, oh, you need to shoot between 800 and 900 feet per second. I don't even pay attention to that really. I do the chronograph for you guys so you can see how fast or hear how fast they're going through the FX pocket chronograph. What I do is basically take my gun and make sure that my scope's leveled off and the barrels and all that, is in perfect alignment first. And I'll put a pellet in the gun after if it's got a regulator, I'll make sure the regulator is reset, all that stuff. Then I'll shoot and watch the pellet fly through the scope. And if the pellet's straight in line with the reticle, then we're good. But if it veers off or gets, out of whack, it's not a good tune that day. And sometimes I actually have to do an on-spot tuning on the gun because the weather, the climate, whatever, one day it'll shoot really good and the next day it won't if you just use the same tune. And you have to shoot, you have to tune the gun in for every different pellet you shoot. You can't just really use the same tune. Now, like my tune, this basic tune I use, and Tyler does it too, 1800 psi, 2 turns in from being backed all the way out on a 22 caliber Avenger, it'll shoot a wide range of pellets pretty good. I mean, but there's certain ones that'll stand out, like the 15.89 grain JSBs on a good day will literally one hole. You guys seen this on the channel. When I turned the scope down to 4 power, I had 4 pellets going the same exact hole.
Yep.
It's just the day. That's what it is, really. It just comes down to what day it is and how cold and everything. It affects everything.
Yep.
But yeah, I've definitely thought about doing a tuning video. For some reason, it's also on the Game of website as Winchester 1100, but I bought it at Walmart. Oh, okay. Yeah. You got to watch some of these guns. For instance, pretty much all of them. All these firearm branded air guns definitely are not made by them. They're either contracted through, all the popular break barrel brands. Crossman. I know Crossman makes the Remington. I don't know if Gammo makes the Winchester. I thought Winchester was made by Umarex.
I think they are.
And then who else does Umarex make for? Ruger's brake pearls. Yeah, I really don't. That's the thing. I really don't do the dieseling that much. I mean, yeah, it's fun and cool and pow, but it doesn't. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. I mean, I know a lot of people do it just to see how fast they can get their guns, but at the same time, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I did do it one time with the Crosman Vantage 1200, and just to get that old little 22 crack, but it didn't help the accuracy. It just made it worse,
Well, if you ever captured a pellet after you diesel it, it turns it into a slug, literally. The impact from that piston combusting, that's what it really is. It's combusting, not so much dieseling. Dieseling is where it's spitting out the lube after the fact, but when it combusts, that's so powerful from that piston that it'll turn a pellet into a slug instant.
Yep.
For some reason, it's also, let's see, okay. Preferred magnification. That's another hot topic. Preferred scope magnification. It depends on how good your eyes are, for one. For me, I'm fine. Hey, you don't laugh, Tyler. It's a true story. It really is. So it really depends on how good your eyes are, for one. Number two, your personal preference. Like, if you got a really nice reticle, you really don't need that magnification. A lot of people don't get that part. If you got a really nice fine reticle, why do you need a 20x for if you could see the target clear as day on 4x? But then again, it's personal preference. I mean, and then if I'm shooting, say, 50 yards, if I really want to see what's happening, what's going on, I can't see the pellet fly that well at 4x. But I could see a 900 feet per second pellet fly at 9x go at 50 yards, and I could watch it arc. And then 100 yards, I can do. I'm still pretty comfortable with at 100 yards. I could shoot if I really wanted to at 4x. I usually go to 9x. Very rarely do I go above that, but my scopes I usually use a 3 to 9 or 4 to 16 or something like that. But the problem is with the magnification, if you do not have that perfect zero, it messes with you because your gun will be shooting off. It'll never be on. You can't calculate through the mil dots or whatever reticle style you're using.
Yep.
So you got to be really careful about that, how you dial it in. If you're using a second focal plane scope, make sure that you have it on the power that you zeroed it in on, because if you change the power, that messes everything up too.
Oh yeah.
All right, what else we got? I got a long list of stuff going on here. Dang, I'm not even. This group needs to do a 50-yard challenge. Wonder what the challenge would be. That's the question. Like, I mean, we have to take a toll on what the challenge should be at 50 yards, Tyler. Hey, seeing as the Gauntlet 2 first models came out or unfinished, what do you think about the 30 cal G2? I don't know. I don't even know if I want to mess with the 30 caliber G2 because I don't know. I knew I was going to get asked that. I knew that was one question. Somebody's going to ask me, what do you think about the Gauntlet 2 and 30 cal? Don't know. I don't even really want to mess with it.
Yep. Nope. I'll just stick to the standard 22 Gauntlet.
Yeah, the G1 was one of the best that hit the market at the time. It was the best.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it might not be today's standards, but at the time, it was the king of the air guns when it first came out.
Oh yeah, I remember when you got yours. Then I got the Storm Rider, and you were you were hand pumping it, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, 13 cc bottle, hand pumping it.
Yep.
Regulated 1100 psi.
Yep.
I still got it. It just, I don't know. It seems
Can't
so.
go wrong with them.
Yeah.
With the 1 series, they're just amazing.
Is a 4x4 9x40 rifle scope for 22 LR good for rabbits, or should I get a 16x50? I would say the 9x40, because if you're going to be hunting rabbits, you obviously want to have a little bit of field of view so you can see what you're aiming at and what's beyond your target. When you get the 16 power, it really dials it in where you're only looking at like the ear of the rabbit. I mean it. What are you laughing for? I remember your break barrel phase. Yeah, I mean, I still get them out. That's what's funny is everybody wants to talk about when you gonna shoot break barrels. When you gonna shoot break barrels? It's like, I do it all the time. I shoot all the time. Just because you don't see me on camera shooting them doesn't mean I don't shoot them, or I join the PCP army or whatever. I shoot all of them. It's just I don't know. I don't go out of my way to make sure I shoot the break barrels of all things or whatever. I just shoot whatever I like and keep doing it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I'll add on to that. Obviously, the Swarm series guns from Gamma are probably one of the best. Like our Whispers, your Swarm Fox was better than my Swarm Maximum at that time. So yeah, I mean the Swarm series guns, I would say definitely in break barrels are the most accurate out of any break barrel that I probably ever shot. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you had a few that shot pretty good there that were single shot, but the Swarm series are really a good gun.
Yeah, I would definitely say that the Gamma Swarm series, if you're trying to find the best budget break barrel air gun, and obviously you get a magazine with it, that'd be the way to go.
Yep.
I don't know if dieseling is good, but I've done it with Rimwell. Yeah, if you do it all the time, they say you can damage your gun. I don't do it all the time, so I wouldn't know, but I could see that your seal breaks off depending on how good of a seal they put in it from factory. Because I used to tear mine down and mess with it and all that, and I could see little pieces of the seal broke off. Don't know if it was from that, but they just wear out if you don't loop them. If they make the goose sound where it's like,
Yep, I've been down that road many times.
Yeah, that's why we got a can of silicone oil handy.
Especially with the Swarm Magnum. That gun always did that.
What'd it do?
The goose.
What'd it do? Do it. Any words on the Gauntlet 30? Is it a good idea, or you think they should still finish it? I think personally I would wait. I mean, that goes for anything. Like, for instance, I know a lot of you asked if I was going to get a bullpup. I still haven't pulled the trigger on one, literally, because I want the first batch to run through, because a lot of people don't know, like on the Avenger guns, Air Venturi went back in and revised like every one of them. Like the plastic stocks, it's like on, I don't know, revision 2 or 3, and then the wood stocks, even though it's a Gen 2, they went back and changed a couple things they didn't like.
Yeah, didn't you say about the Woodstock that they got a different internal or something inside of them?
That's what Roger told me from Air Venturi. He said the internals are not the exact same on the Gen 2 Woodstock guns.
Yep.
But the barrels are the same. Barrel twists are the same.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
There you go. I'm sure it's possible if it's still got the knockdown power. No, a guy I meant from Ontario. Let's see. For what's the best caliber hunting plinking 6.3? I would say for hunting and plinking, I would go with the 6.35 25 caliber. Dang, we got 26 people watching.
Yep.
And it's past 10 o'clock. Let's see.
Dang, it seemed like we just got on a little bit ago.
Yeah, I know it.
Holy crap.
It's just blowing through it. Let's see.
Yep.
That works the same way on my Umarex Guardian. Let's see. I would like to find an adapter for your bottle for your Avenger. Who is it? Duke Silencers in South Africa.
Yep.
Join the Air Venturi page on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Would like to, or Duke Silencers or AE Swede, I think, is making a bottle adapter.
Yeah, I think one of them guys are. I'm not 100%.
Am I going to RMAC or Extreme Bentrest? Nope. I was going to go to Pyramid Area and it got canceled, and I got a vacation planned during RMAC. So I didn't know that I would never do that again. I prefer a good fixed. There you go. A good 4x32 is definitely nice to have on hand. My flash pup shot 25, 34, Polymag, same tune, same point of makeup, but they're running different. There you go. They must match the rifling pretty good if they're all hitting the same spot at different speeds. But then again, I mean, I don't know exactly what yardage you were shooting at too. Sometimes you got to stretch it out a little bit. Do I think the Gauntlet 2 would be worth it? I don't know. I don't have any experience with the Gauntlet 30 cal and the G2, but the 22 I had, all I could say is it was a shame. Like, I really thought they would have been a lot better than that, but
That's why I was just saying a little bit ago about the Gen 1. They're like, I would definitely say the Gen 1. The way you said about the Gen 2 22, you even said about the bolt, and then cut your finger and all this, and the bolt was junk. And the Gen 1 seems like, oh man, that's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, the Gen 1 wasn't butter smooth, but it definitely didn't. You didn't have to force the pellet in.
Yep.
And then you don't have to shoot a heavy, one of the heaviest 22 caliber pellets to get it to shoot good either.
Yep.
And from what I was told on the inside, that they designed that just to keep up with the more powerful guns, to shoot heavier long range. I'm like, yeah, but you got to understand, most people don't have that long range to shoot at.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of air guns, common air guns, between PCP and break barrels these days, a lot of people are just shooting them within, the 30-yard range, backyard shooting. They don't have that range to go out there at 100 and, shoot past. And, the only way they would really, in my eyes, is to go hunting for small game. Then they might want to reach out a little bit, but, common people these days, they just don't have that.
Yep. Papa Top said that the challenge could be bust an aspirin or 22 nail gun blanks for the 50-yard challenge. There you go. Somebody will have to start it. When I get a chance, I'll probably do something at 50 yards, make it like a YouTube short clip. Do I remember my first pellet gun? Yeah, I actually still have it. It's the, well, pellet gun, BB gun, I had the Red Ryder, which I still have it, but pellet gun was the Gammo Cadet 177. I still have that also. Yeah, I've been seeing that Dana's pellet's been getting more and more popular. I just still haven't tried it myself. I just don't really shoot slugs. That's my thing. I'm more of a pellet guy. I could tune and match pellets to barrels a lot easier than I can a slug. Not that I can't. The problem with slugs, though, you have to get them the right size. You have to make sure they go on the barrel straight. You have to make sure all this and that. Whereas a pellet has a head on it and it'll correct itself in the bore. I mean, there's so much scientific stuff behind it. It's not even funny.
Yep. Yeah.
Do I prefer Mills or MOA? I think either one, really. I mean, I use mill dots all the time. So one mill dot at 100 yards is one mill dot holdover is 3.6 inches. So I know that. I've always got that stuck in my mind. MOA, that's the smaller increment. So 100 yards, that's 1.047 inches. 50 yards, it's 0.52 of an inch. So, I mean, I guess if you're trying to calculate the trajectory of a pellet, I don't think you would need a mill, because that 3.6 inches or 1.8 inches at 50 yards might be too much if you're trying to make a precise shot. I would say MOA for precision. Hunting, probably mill dot's fine, obviously, because you don't really care whether you hit the bird where you hit the bird at, as long as the bird dies, as long as you hit it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, with bird shooting, like, you don't really have to be spot on, but then again, you still want to be pretty close.
Yep. Yep, no problem, Jump Kick Man. It's hard to say, especially if, you're not backed by the company or anybody who's giving you the guns to test out beforehand. And then, of course, now somebody dropped the 30 cal video already on the Gauntlet.
Typical.
Yep. And the only one that can work on them, and that's the only one that can actually is contracted through Umarex. But
yeah, we know who that is.
Yep. Mike, I was hand pumping a puncher jumbo till I got. Yep, I hear you. TX 200 and Pro Sport are best springers available. Yeah, I don't know. That's up to the person, I guess. Yeah, they've won a lot of competitions, but those guns might not be for everybody, and especially if they can't afford them. I do want to get a really good underlever, though. I never shot one. Hand pumping keeps you in shape. Yep. I definitely know what you mean. I used to do it for the first, I think it was the 3 or 4 years I got into PCPs. Do you remember when I told him to put the brake barrel down? That's what I'm doing with the P33322s, waiting a year. Yeah, I'm not big on buying something that just came out. The thing about the Gauntlet 1 was that the Gauntlet G1 was that they really tested it before they released it. They didn't hurry up and do it. So it was pretty much near perfect. Let's see here. 6X. Yep. 6X is really good. You get a wide field of view. I can't believe that you can't get a you can't get a bullpup stock. Pursuit of accuracy. It's hilarious. YouTube keeps recommending your channel. That's cool, man. Thanks for stopping by. That's what happens when you upload every day.
Yep.
$60 yards. Hi, everyone. I gotta go. Tyler eats worms.
Who said that?
JBJ. Hey, I messed up my old ring delete kit Air Venturi. Could you send me? Yeah, send me an email if you got my email in my video. Because I think I checked on PayPal and I think you only got a bumper from me. I don't think you ever bought a delete kit. What's going on, Dana? It's been a while. Lucky 7 Ammo's here.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Geez, the wind now.
What is your opinion of the Hotsun Proxima air rifle? Not sure. I've never really looked into them. Why am I having problems with my scope rings moving on my Gamma Maxim? I'd make sure that the stop pin is in the receiver. And then I think one of the rings on the scope rings has a stop pin on it too, don't it?
Yeah.
I'd make sure the stop pins are in the holes that they're supposed to be in, then it shouldn't move as long as you torque the rings down. My first pellet gun was a Crossman 140-22. There you go. My hill compressor is sick and working great. There you go, Mike. Anyone know Curvin arms? They make nice for, but they're loud. They're trying to find a way to silence it. Nope, I haven't heard of Carbon. It doesn't sound familiar. Why does my channel keep getting recommended?
I don't know. That's fun.
But I think we're going to get off here, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. Tyler's going to have to get off here to go to work. It's been already 48 minutes, almost an hour.
Yep.
Heard I missed a call out or some PRS 22 from the other gentleman in the chat. No, you didn't miss anything. Oh, you guys are funny. After 2 response videos, that's hilarious.
Oh boy.
And what they don't know is I actually had a conversation with Doc over at Applied Ballistics. You remember that? I remember I told you about that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. That's funny. What they don't know is a step ahead.
Yep.
And Doc said that if if I had my barrel with the slow twist rate like that, 1 16-inch twist, then yeah, I wouldn't have to hold for wind at that distance. Oh.
Yeah, it's funny.
No, the guy in the live stream now, I don't know. Tyler, I don't know. You didn't say anything about him, did you?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Nope.
But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching the videos every day. We're going to get off here so he can get to work tomorrow. Talk to you later.